Hi, this is Miss King here, and I am going to show you how to create player controls. Your assignment for this week is to create a amazing maze game. So you should have already created your backdrops for your player controls. There are many different ways to create the player controls, and I'm going to show you three different ways. You, First way is go to events and use the events of when the up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow are pressed. So we're going to do up, down, right, and left. So for the maze game, I want to use only the arrows. I don't want to use any other keys other than the arrows. And that is for the maze game. And so we're going to use up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow. And then we're going to go to motions. For the up arrow and down arrow, that is on the Y axis. So we're going to use change Y. Okay. The left and right arrow are on the X axis. So we're going to use change X. Now we're going to use only 5 because it's a smaller number, and it makes it move less spaces. So the up arrow is going to be +5. Down arrow is going to be -5. The right arrow, again, it's going to be on the X. It's going to be +5. Left arrow is -5 because it's going to the negative numbers. Now, whenever you click on the up arrow, it goes up. You see there's a little bit of a lag time if you hold it down, because I'm holding it down, and then there's a little bit of a lag time. So up, down, right, left. So there, there's a little bit of a lag time. So now the second option, you can use the up, when the up arrow is pressed, the same event blocks, and we're going to use different motion blocks because this option will make the cat or the sprite turn in whatever direction. So we're going to put point in direction. So let's put point in direction on all of these. Now the up arrow is going to be 0. If you click on here and you type 0, you can see the arrow here is pointing up. The down arrow is going to be 180. As you can see, the arrow is pointing down. Right arrow is going to be 90 because it's pointing to the right. And left arrow is going to be a -90. Now, for the motions to make it move, we are going to put move. It says 10 steps, but we're going to change it to 5 steps. And you do not have to use any negative numbers for this. But this option will, like I said, will make the sprite turn in whatever direction it is pointing. So whenever you are creating your maze game, you have to make sure that it will fit through all of your walls in your maze. So now let's look. The up arrow. Sorry, it's for some reason it didn't. I didn't click out of that. So the up arrow is going to make the cat turn to up. The right arrow is going to make the cat turn right. Down arrow, and again there is a lag time. Remember that there is a lag time here. Now the third option we're going to use, we'll have to do away with all of these, and you can use this third option, but it is a lot like the first option, but there's really not much, a whole lot of lag time. So you're going to use when the green flag is clicked, the forever block, because that makes it take forever, or do the same thing forever, sorry. And the if blocks, you're going to need 4 if blocks. And again, we're going to go to sensing this time, but it's going to use the key, and it's at the space, and you're going to change it to the up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow. So you have to put that all in the diamonds. So up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow. Okay, now we're going to still use the same motions, the X and Y. So for the up and down, remember it's change X, or I'm sorry, up and down is change Y. Sorry, my bad. And right and left is change X, because those are on the X axis. Left was -5, just like in the first one. Right was +5. Down is -5. And up is +5. So now let's look at this, and we got to click the green flag because that's what our event is. So click the green flag, and let me point the cat back in the 90-degree. That way he is straight. And the green flag. So if I move up, there's really no lag time. So you can use this one to where there's not any lag time. And this one will work as well. But it doesn't change positions unless you want it to change point in a direction. Then you would use the point and direction, just the motion blocks, not the change X and Y. But I would suggest not using the turn, because it will make it more difficult going through your maze. All right. Enjoy coding. And I also have the directions for each option underneath this video in the same slideshow. So enjoy coding, and you have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.